Max, let's move on to Nico. Coming up next. We've got a 10 we've got a 10-second not a 10-second, what am I talking about, a 10 grid penalty for Lewis. Yep. For his incident in Canada.
And for Rosberg.
So it's going to be an interesting race.
Mate, I love Lewis's fighting words. I can still win this. You know, I'm going to learn from this and move on and all this sort of thing. I thought, oh, isn't it great to see Bravado still alive in Formula 1? Look, he could start from 10th if he qualifies first, mate. There's no reason he can't win.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, he's going to have his work cut out for him. But it was good for the sponsors to hear that, I suppose.
Mate, at this early stage, what do you think about who could win the race and also the circuit itself? I've got to say for myself that the circuit is uninspiring. I don't think that, I don't think that they should continue at Manicourt. I think they should find a new circuit in France.
Is that because it's in the middle of nowhere and no driver and no team likes going there?
And also, just the circuit itself, I just find that it's a pretty boring race, frankly, each year. There's not too much that happens, and I can see that Ferrari is going to do well there, McLaren again, BMW obviously.
Mate, I don't mind Manicourt. It's not one of my favourite tracks, but I used to really hate it.
As a layout, driving around.
I've softened over the years, because I always found it difficult to get a groove in. And after a while, once I did, I actually don't mind it. As I said, not my favourite circuit in the world, but not too bad. I'm not too disappointed that we're going there, but I understand, as I mentioned earlier, that the drivers and the teams hate going there because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah,
coming from Montreal, which has got wonderful nightlife and every driver loves going there.
Yeah.
To out in the middle of nowhere at Manicourt when they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, so pretty much for me the podium's going to be Ferrari, McLaren, BMW again.
Yeah, I think Manicourt suits the Ferrari. It's a Ferrari sort of track. They've always done well there.
Is it a happy hunting ground?
It's a happy hunting ground. It's not Fiorano or anything, mate, but it's happy hunting ground for Ferrari and McLaren. Mercedes, I think, will once again shine very well there at Manicourt, mate. They also like the track. So I think normal transition will resume and we'll see the Ferraris and the McLarens at the front of Manicourt, mate. But you can't discount Robert,
or Nick.
Making a point of it.
Yeah, Nick, Red Bull.
Heikki Kovalainen is concerning me at the moment. Speaking of McLaren, we tend to speak about McLaren and just Lewis Hamilton. I mean, Heikki's there as well.
Yeah, he is.
My prediction at the beginning of the season, for those of you that have been with us for a while, was that I didn't think Heikki would win a race this year. And after the first part of the season, mate, that's looking pretty safe at the moment. It only takes one or two things for his luck to turn around, but he's really struggling at the moment.
Yeah, he's been off the pace, definitely, compared to Lewis. Pretty much at every Grand Prix. There's a bit of pressure on Heikki, no question.
Not nearly as much pressure as there is on Nelsinho, mate.
Yeah, there is.
Boy.
Both of those drivers, Max, there's a lot of pressure. And we'll see what happens. Our Ant this week, Max, tested with Honda. So maybe there's a bit of pressure on Barrichello as well, Max, for race seats.
I hope so. I really hope so. Now, Barrichello scored points in his last two Grand Prix, and congratulations to him and the like. But I think it's time now.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think it's time.
And actually, this week there's been a lot of silly season talk again.
It has been. It's been crazy
about Alonso going to BMW, and it doesn't stop.
Oh, every week, mate.
Putting up to the Grand Prix. Yeah.
Ferrari one week, then BMW. Robert saying I would mind him as a teammate. Oh God, Yeah, okay. Fernando could go anywhere, we all know that, so, let's wait and see where he goes.
Yeah.
Although he's got a contract around him. But Alonso turned around during the week as well, and has said, well, the next two races will tell us whether or not we should start switching our focus to the 09 car. But Fernando's pretty frustrated at the moment, quite rightly, and what he was really saying is, I want them to start focusing on the 2009 car.
Assuming he's there.
It's gone. Yeah, look, I think he will be. But contracts are there to be broken, as we know. Ask Jensen Button. He'll tell you all about it. So, it'll be interesting to see where and what Fernando does for next year, mate. In the next couple of months will be telling, I think.
Yeah. Well, mate, that's all we've got time for this week. But before we go, thanks very much to everyone who's emailed. And this week, thanks to Kimster6, who emailed us his photos from Canada. They were awesome.
And what fantastic photos.
Yeah, we'll put them in pretty much now. Have a look at them now. They're great photos, so thanks very much for sending in those photos. He was there in the garage. Great.
Yeah. Let them see for themselves. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and as we said, check out the new forum at enterf1.com. Post some comments there.
Yep.
And we'll be doing Manicure videos very soon, mate.
We will indeed, and we'll give you our tips next week before the race.
Alright guys, as ever, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Alright, see you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Okay, bye.